7-year-old Eli Mercer was smaller than most kids his age, with a mop of tangled brown hair and wide, curious eyes that always looked like they were searching for something just beyond the horizon. He lived in the small, fog-laced town of Dunning Hollow, tucked away in the woods where secrets stuck to trees like bark. No one ever went near the hollow woods after sunset. No one, except Eli. It started with the whistling. Every evening, just as the orange sun dipped behind the trees and painted shadows across his bedroom wall, Eli heard a faint whistle. Not like a bird's chirp or a person's tune, this whistle was slow, cold, and deliberate. 3 notes. Always 3. At first, he thought it was his imagination. Then he followed it. It was the last day of October. Halloween. The streets were full of kids dressed as ghosts and monsters, but Eli had no costume and no candy bag. He didn't care. He had something better, a mystery. His parents were arguing again, voices muffled behind closed doors. Eli slipped out the back, barefoot, jacketless, the air biting against his skin. But he didn't feel cold. He was focused. The whistling came again. From the woods. He followed it. Step by step, twig by twig, he made his way deeper. The trees whispered things he couldn't understand. The sun vanished entirely, and still, he walked. The air felt wrong. Like it was watching him. Listening. Then, silence. He stood in a clearing. A tall, crooked tree stood in the center, hollowed in the middle like something had chewed it from the inside out. Around it, the earth was scorched black in a perfect circle. Eli took a step closer. Snap! A twig behind him. He spun around, nothing. Just trees. But when he turned back, there was a figure standing by the tree. A tall man in an old-fashioned black coat, face hidden in shadow, head tilted. And then the whistle. 3 notes. Eli ran. Branches whipped at his face. He didn't stop, not even when he tripped and scraped his knee. He ran until he saw the lights of home and darted through the back door, slamming it shut. Breathing hard. Heart racing. That night, he didn't sleep. And the next morning, no one remembered him being gone. Not his parents. Not the neighbors. Not even his teacher at school. In fact, his mother insisted he'd been asleep in bed the whole night. Chapter 2, The Journal. Over the next week, things got worse. Eli started finding strange things in his backpack. A broken compass. A piece of charred wood. A button from a coat he'd never worn. He didn't tell anyone. Not after he realized what scared him the most. His reflection had started moving when he wasn't. It would blink too late, smile too long, or watch him when he looked away. And then there was the journal. It appeared on his desk one morning. Worn leather, pages yellowed with age. On the cover, in messy handwriting, "To the boy who listens." Inside were entries from children. Kids who had heard the whistle. Kids who had gone missing. One name kept repeating, E.M. His initials. Each entry ended the same way, "Don't follow the third whistle." Eli realized something. The whistles had changed. It wasn't one a night anymore. Now it was 2. Chapter 3, The Second Visit. The second time he followed the sound, it wasn't Halloween. It was an ordinary Tuesday. The sun dipped. The whistle came. 2 notes now. He tried not to go. He failed. This time, the woods weren't empty. He saw shapes moving just out of sight. Faces in the bark. Hands reaching through the fog. The tree was there again, darker than before. But the man wasn't he. Instead, there was a mirror nailed to the tree's trunk. And in the mirror Eli saw himself. Older. Terrified. Mouth open in a scream he couldn't hear. And then, the third whistle came. Low. Final. From right behind him. To be continued. Would you like me to keep going with the next chapter? Want more supernatural elements, or want it grounded in reality?